Right, welcome back ladies and gents. I'm still brewing and today we're going to be doing the sugar wash video which I cocked up last time. In this video you are going to need your fermenting vessel, an airlock if you've got one, a mixing spoon, your choice of sugar, a hydrometer to take the reading, and in this instance I'm using the classic turbo carbon and the classic 8 turbo yeast. So that is everything that you're going to need. Go ahead and sterilise everything. I've already done that, and we'll move on to the next step. Add some hot water and then your sugar. I'm using 8 kilograms because I want the highest ABV from this sugar wash, which this classic 8 yeast is capable of achieving. So 8 kilograms of sugar, roughly 20% ABV at the end of the process. Hot water, and sugar. Top it up to your required amount. I'm going for 26 litres in my vessel, but that's how I do it. You do it to how you need it. You want to be able to pitch in your yeast at 30 degrees, which is bob on my thermometer there, so 30 degrees. You may have a thermometer strip, however you're doing it. Check with the instructions on your yeast and make it to that. At this point I also like to add a little squirt of lemon juice, so I know that the pH of my water here is about 7.2, and this just brings it down, and I know roughly a squirt like that is going to drop mine down to 5.2, which is a sweet spot when you're making something like this. So go ahead, give it a final mix, make sure all the sugar is dissolved. At this point we can take a hydrometer reading, not an alcoholometer reading. And we are at 1150, so not a bad starting range at all. More than enough for me, I'm happy with that. Make a note of that, you'll use it again at the end, so 1150. Your next step in this wash is to add the carbon. Very simply, give it a good mix up in the bag. You want to get rid of any of the lumps there because it does seem to clump together. And add that in. And that's supposed to really help remove all the impurities that you might have. And last but not least, assuming that you're at the right temperature, if not, add a bit of cold water, a bit of hot water, whatever you need, is the yeast. Now I like to give mine a stir. You don't have to, it's entirely up to you. And there we go. I have the sanitised lid with a bit of sanitised fluid in the airlock. I pop that on. Within a few hours that'll start bubbling. It really doesn't take long for this to kick off. The next step is I'm going to get it up on my rack. Let's see how that goes. Beautiful. And the collection cup at the end. I will empty that at least twice throughout this process. Firstly, removing all the carbon that's sunk down with any impurities, and then secondly the final yeast and anything else in there with the fining process, which I've already done a video on. I'll put a link down below. So that is a sugar wash. If I can keep that at 25 degrees, that's going to hit me the full ABV within 5 days-ish roughly. But it takes as long as it takes. Alright guys, I hope you found it useful. Hit the like and subscribe if you want to keep up with any of my other videos. At the moment posting plenty, anything that I'm doing I'll be videoing. And drop a comment below. I want this to be a community based channel, so if there's anything you've missed, anything you want to see, drop me a comment and I'll make a video of it. It's going to be a community based channel. Right guys, keep brewing, enjoy the rest of your week.